Welcome into the Analyst in the Armchair, an NFL podcast where one host is obsessed with stats and spreadsheets, and the other just really loves yelling at the TV on game day and has plenty of opinions. Together, Michelle and Nycole dive into player news, weekly matchups, and all the storylines you'll be talking about with your friends. Whether you're a hardcore or casual football fan, they've got something for you.
Welcome into the Analyst and the Armchair. I'm your host, Michelle. I'm the Analyst. This is Nycole, the Armchair. And we are now 2 weeks into training camp, 5 weeks away from the regular season, which, by the way, I feel like people are saying that like it's so close from now, but that feels so far away.
Yeah, over a month is not close at all.
No. And to think about all the podcasts I have to do until then and like all the content I had to create.
5 times 4 times 2. You can't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm like, no, I need the season to start now.
Yeah. Well, I think weirdly, it feels like a long off season this time. And I don't know if it's because I've gotten more into football or what, because there's plenty of other sports that I've been watching. It's just
It doesn't hit the same.
Well, it's just not as consuming, I should say.
Yeah. It does not give the same dopamine hit to me.
Well, sure. You're going from a team that I really like or two that have 17 games versus the teams that I really love that have 161, 82 games, right? It's a different pace for sure.
It's such a different vibe to watch an NBA game or MLB game in the regular season.
Sure.
And be like, okay, well, if they lose, it's really fine. I mean, for the most part, obviously, there's a point where it's not no longer fine. But yeah, it's a totally different thing. So I am very much looking forward to the season. And we do have a game this week.
Exciting.
We have a game today, the day you're listening to this. Thursday night, we are recording on Wednesday, but Thursday night Hall of Fame game. It's not really football because it's the Panthers versus the Cardinals. Even if they were playing all of their starters,
right,
we'd be like, that's not a very great game.
Not very exciting, yeah.
But they're not playing their starters.
Right.
Kenny Pickett.
Oh, your favorite.
Kenny
Super Bowl
Pickett.
winning. Kenny Pickett. Yeah, I mean, it's football, right? Like, at the end of the day, we're going to see some guys hit some other guys, and it'll be fun.
And then for the Cardinals, it's Carson Beck starting, which actually is the most entertaining part of this game, right? Because Carson Beck, he was a high-profile quarterback coming out of school. They drafted him in the 3rd round. Now, he never panned out like he was supposed to in college. But, I mean, that will be fun to watch.
It'll be good to see what he does.
Yeah.
Right?
His goofy little face. Goofy little Wendy-looking face of the Shiner. He's like, for people who don't know, Carson Beck and Wendy from the movie The Shining, I just said Shiner, from The Shining, are identical twins.
That's mean on so many levels.
Who's mean too?
Both to Carson and to Wendy.
Well, Wendy has passed away, so rest in peace. But they are identical faces. Yeah. Anyways, we have a lot more news to get to. There's a lot of signings, actually. Like, we rarely have like big, impactful signings in August, but there's one for your team that you're wearing right now.
2 big ones for both my teams.
Oh, true. And honestly, both of them I love. But one was really, really necessary. The other one was just getting richer for no reason. And I'm like almost upset about it.
That was almost upset words.
It really was. All right, let's hop into this news. And we're going to hear again from the Armchair if it's a big deal or a big yawn.
Between the 20s.
So last week we talked about Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs holding in, like they're at practice, they're just not practicing.
Right.
So technically holding in, waiting for the contracts. Bijan got his.
Yeah.
Big contract, 3 year, $66.8 million. So it's just over $22 million a year. It is the top of the running back market by a couple million. But I wanted him to wait for more. I wanted him to say, I deserve more money than a Jalen Waddle, than a DJ Moore, than a Christian Watson.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's one of those things that, like, sure, like, is he more like, yes, but the market isn't there?
Yeah. I
so
mean,
it's kind of like selling your house at a bad time. It's like, I know you're worth more, but this is just what the market is right now, right?
I wanted them to be the ones that broke it, though. And now that Bijan got his contract, I do think like the Lions are going to be like, that's exactly your contract plus like $1. Like, that's what they do.
Yes, and I almost wish Bijan would have waited.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think he's worth upwards of $25+ million. Like, I get it, most running backs aren't, but Bijan and Gibbs are.
Totally.
And like Chris Godwin is making more money than Bijan right now. You cannot tell me that the Buccaneers would not happily have Bijan Robinson over Chris Godwin.
You know they would.
Or any team that got a choice. Would you rather have Bijan or Chris Godwin?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's infuriating, actually. Like, I just feel bad for these running backs that are elite. Like, sorry, you did get into a role that is replaceable, but there are certain guys who are not replaceable.
Right.
But now we got to wait on Jahmyr Gibbs. And he had a really funny, so like during camp, he's still holding out, right? So reporters went up to him and like asked what's going on. They're like, once you get this contract, will you be back? And he said, it's not about that. I'm like, well, what's it about then? He said, I don't know. Which feels very
poor Bubby.
Nicole Bernstein coded.
Excuse me?
Where like if you're in a fight or like you're upset about something, that's exactly would be your answer.
I would never say I don't know.
I think you would.
I would say like it doesn't matter or whatever. Yeah. I would say something like that. Not I don't know. But that makes him just look silly.
I know. So Gibbs, like, you're telling me if you got a contract extension right now, you wouldn't just be back the next day? Yes, you would.
Right.
So just say it's about the contract. Like, we're all with you. Like, maybe there's some fans who are bootlickers is what I was trying to look for there.
Bootlickers? Yeah. Yikes.
Where they just love the billionaires. But like, I was
like, I don't know what that means.
I think most fans would be on the side of Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, yeah, sit out till you get your money. You deserve
and it's
it.
Training. I mean, to be fair, it's like you don't need this. No. And like, sure, camaraderie, blah, blah, blah. But he's still there.
Yeah.
It's not like he's sitting at home playing PlayStation.
So his comments that said, I don't know. Or like, it's not about the contract and I don't know. Is that a big deal or a big yawn? Like, I think that's the weirdest part. Like, I would just assume, well, the Lions now have the contract written up for them already. It's super easy.
It feels silly. I think it's still a big yawn, though. I don't think it's a big deal in the sense like he meant something else or whatever. I think he just had no guidance on what to say or do to media. And that's what that chalks up to. And to be fair, he probably didn't want to look like a, you know what, talking about, oh, I'm not going to play because of the contract. But everyone knows it's not a secret.
Saying it's not about that, so silly.
Like, I know.
I would just say no comment. Like,
yeah. Or just like, you know.
We'll see.
I don't know. It's bad. But big yawn. I don't it has nothing to do with how he's going to play this year, how it's going to go, if he's even going to get a contract, all the things. So,
I will say when guys hold out for too long, it is a highly like a higher probability that they'll get injured or be slow to start.
Fair.
So hopefully they get this figured out quickly, but like they just give them the Bijan contract.
Literally.
Plus a little, like he's going to say, I want to be the highest. So you add on literally $500,000.
Yep.
And that's so much money in our world, but to billionaires' world, it's nothing.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's like $5 to them. Another big signing, which was a little shocking with how much he got. Ravens wide receiver Zay Flowers gets 4 years, $140 million, $35 million per year. And this is what I'm talking about. Is he $13 million a year more important to his team?
Not even a little
than
bit.
Bijan?
No.
Now I get it. Like the Ravens need him. He's a big part. He's very, very like he has the athleticism. He opens things up for the offense. He is their wide receiver one.
Sure.
He did just have a career year with over 1,200 yards. All of that.
Sure.
Great. And their other wide receivers have been kind of flops that they've been trying to make work over the last handful of years with Lamar.
Yeah.
Fine. But $35 million a year is what Justin Jefferson is making.
Yeah, that's hefty for Zay Flowers, somebody who a couple years ago was wide receiver 3-ish on that team. You know, so to me, it's a big deal in the sense that he better produce, right? Like you've got Lamar, you've got a new head coach coming into Baltimore. So we got to see how that pans out. Does it give a spark to their offense or is it kind of shambly there at the beginning? He's obviously, I mean, in my opinion, not worth $35 million a year, but it's a big deal if you're the Ravens trying to make a statement that last year was a flop and we're here to contend.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now he's the 4th highest paid wide receiver, tied for the fourth.
That doesn't even make any sense on paper.
Well, and also they gave him $108 million guaranteed. So sometimes these contracts can look fluffy, right?
Right.
Where it's like, oh yeah, but like they can cut him at any time and he's not going to get this pay, you know? $108 million. That's the fourth most again, behind only Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson. They're the only three that have more guaranteed money among wide receivers.
See, and that just does not compute in my brain
It's
or
crazy.
on paper to me. If you asked me to name the top 10, 15 wide receivers that I thought were like worth the dollars, he probably wouldn't even make top 15 in my mind.
Yeah, I don't know if he would either. And like but the thing with him too, now maybe it's just the offense and how much they run and all that, but he's very, very, very inconsistent. Like
yes.
3 massive games last year, massive games, over 120 receiving yards. He has the capability to put up a massive game, but then he also had fewer than 80 receiving yards in 13 of his 17 games played.
Well, I just think of fantasy, right? Like I think of Zay Flowers as like a meh, probably a wide receiver too.
Never more than 5 touchdowns. Like
no.
And like that's what's really important for these teams.
That's wild money. That's a big, big deal.
Like, think about what Chase and Jefferson had to do before they got paid that money. Think about JSN's last season and what he had to do. Like, and you're telling me you gave that to Zay Flowers after a 1,200 receiving yard season? Like, that's a fine season, but now it's in 17 games. That's not spectacular. I don't know. 5 touchdowns. It's a wild deal to me. And I think for the future, it is a big deal. For this year, is it going to affect anything? No.
Yeah.
But I think in the long term, like paying a guy that's not worthy of that money.
Well, and let's say he has a kind of meh year. Let's say he gets 1,200 yards again.
5 touchdowns.
How bad are you feeling as the Ravens?
Well, they already gave it to him with 1,200 yards. And I guess that's what they're
that's
asking.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because I'm hoping like, hey, we paid you, go out and perform.
Mm-hmm.
But it's looking like, hey, we paid you, go out and do exactly what you just did, which is not a good spot for the Ravens to be in.
But really great for the wide receivers market. Like if anyone's looking to get paid, be like, well, I have done way more than this dude. So yeah, that was a pretty crazy signing to me. Now, one that was not a crazy signing, and I was kind of expecting it and thought they had to do it. Stefon Diggs to your Commanders.
Oh yeah.
And for pretty cheap. 1 year, $12 million. I think he's like, there's a lot of off-field stuff that we're not even going to get into. Who knows what's going on in his life? He seems kind of like that's a mess, but and he is getting older. He's 32 years old. He is entering his 12th NFL season.
That's wild.
Long career.
Yeah.
Long career. But still last year he had over 1,000 receiving yards.
Yep.
Like I think he still has it. Not to be and that was him being a wide receiver 1 without really any other weapons. So it's like defenses could like focus in on him.
Sure. But they're not going to.
Yeah.
Up on the other side is Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Right. So no, this was a great, great signing by the Commanders. Desperately needed somebody else in the wide receiver room. I think go for it. See what happens this year. It gives somebody else for Jaden Daniels to target. I think this was a great, great signing. It's a big deal for their offense.
It so is because like before you're looking at it, you're like, okay, Terry McLaurin. And then either their options are Luke McCaffrey, their 3rd round pick a couple years ago, who only really has hype because he's Christian McCaffrey's brother.
Right.
And hasn't really done anything.
Yeah.
And then you have Antonio Williams, their 3rd round pick, but just throwing in a 3rd round pick like that, clearly he's not showing in training camp that he's ready for that, or else they would have just went with that.
Went with him, sure.
Or Treylon Burks, who was, a 1st round pick a handful of years ago for the Titans, but has been a massive disappointment. He was with this team last year and not doing anything. So it was so necessary. And I think both McLaurin, they're an older duo, McLaurin and Diggs, but they're still so good at separating and getting open.
Yeah.
And now before it was, okay, the Commanders, I love what they did on defense.
Yeah.
Love what they did on defense this offseason. Think they can really upgrade. Hated their wide receiver 2 situation. Hated their running back situation.
Yes.
But they fixed one of them with a little Band-Aid right now for the season.
Yep.
And now it just comes down to can Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt step up?
Yeah. Can Bill do it? We will see. To your point, though, I think they did enough defensively, and they even made some moves offensive for the offensive line that hopefully will get Jaden Daniels a little more time to throw the ball, and he can use his legs, right? So not that that's like best case scenario. Obviously, you want him to have running back behind him to, get those plays and all that. But yeah, I think this was a big deal for the Commanders and being even talked about for contention this year.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they were holding out hope that Brandon Ayuk would not go off the rails.
Right.
And continue to go off the rails.
Right.
That did not happen.
Right.
So Brandon Ayuk right now cannot feel great because I think your career is over, dude.
It has to be, right?
Imagine,
Yeah.
you got to pay that money and then you go down with the torn ACL in week 3 after it, and then your just career's over.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because
Yeah.
he could have been a really great asset.
And
on a lot
all
of
that
teams.
contract he got is getting taken away because he just never showed up.
Right. Yeah, not a good look. He's got some personal things going
Yeah,
on.
he does. Talking about the 49ers, though, I got to get into their injuries because this is becoming something. So last year, there was this conspiracy theory that the reason that the 49ers keep dealing with all the injuries they do year after year after year is that Levi Stadium is built right next to an electrical substation.
Oh, God.
And everyone was like, yeah, exactly. That was the exact reaction. This is so stupid. Obviously not, right? And everyone was just like, this is silly. But the more it keeps happening, it's is there something to it? Because what is happening? What is happening?
Right.
The 49ers finished practice today with 20 players from their 90-man roster out with an injury.
Jeez.
20 players. It's been less than 2 weeks.
That's bananas.
20 players. And it's their entire wide receiver core. Mike Evans is out with a quad injury. Their rookie, Jazon Stribling, who were please be good because Ricky Pearsall's out for the year now. He's out with a hamstring injury. Christian Kirk is out with a calf injury. Jacob Cowing, who shouldn't even be involved anyways, but we're we need depth. And he was a 3rd round pick a few years ago, or maybe 4th, I don't remember, but dealing with a hip flexor strain. He's also out. There are 2 backup running backs trying to figure out who's going to be behind Christian McCaffrey, both out. Jordan James with a rib injury, Kalen Black with an abductor injury. They're starting safety, where it's already probably the worst safety group in the league. Malik Mustafa is their only slightly solid one, out with a hamstring injury. Nick Bosa, Dre Greenlaw, Osa Digazua all missed today's practice with soreness, so they should be back. But still,
Sure.
Infuriating. Kyle Juszczyk has a broken finger, I guess. I want you to look at this picture because I want you to look at this. I'm going to show you on my iPad for those that are not watching on YouTube.
Okay.
And let me go through this really quick. I am going to read this out loud. This is a tweet from Ryan Baganetti. Okay. And he said, using adjusted games, loss rankings, here are where the 49ers ranked in the regular season injury burden each year. 2008, 6th healthiest, 2009, 9th healthiest, 4th healthiest, 8th healthiest, to 2012, healthiest. Then you go to 2013, 10th most injured, 2014, 15th most injured, 7th most, 9th most, 10th most, 7th most, 6th most, 4th most, 9th most, 4th healthiest, actually, in 2023. That's when they made it to the Super Bowl. 2024, most injured. 2025, 5th most injured. So that gap right there from 2012 to 2013, 2014, that's when they moved to Levi Stadium and built Levi Stadium right next to the electrical substation. And since then, they have been the most injured team. He said that they ranked in the NFL's top 10 most injured teams in 12 of the last 13 seasons. Odds of that occurring in independent random rankings is approximately 1 in 124,640.
Let me ask you. Is it about the electrical station or what? Oh, yeah, that's not good.
I just showed the picture of the substation right next
but
to
also
the practice.
To me, it's a question of your training staff.
Oh, that too.
What is
1000%.
happening
Yeah.
in your training room, whatever the situation is, that these guys are either playing hurt, so they're not fully getting healthy, right? Or they're healthy and they're getting hurt and you're not addressing it properly so that they're going back out like Ricky Pearsall and getting hurt again. Now, I understand. Some people prone to injury. They just are, right? Ricky Pearsall is a weird example because he got shot, and that was kind of a random weird thing. But then last year, he's hurt.
And they came out saying it's a minor PCL injury.
So to me, it's a few things. It's the training staff and it's your communication with the media of what's actually happening. Because like, are people, to be fair, are they coming out and saying this is a minor deal when actually it's a big deal? So to me, there's some communication that like, we just need to tell it like it is, because we look really dumb telling people this is a minor injury and now he's out for the season.
No, yeah, it was a whole thing last year. They said minor and he couldn't come back. And now you have him coming back almost a year later and it flares up. It's like, wow, you guys were the worst training staff ever. Like, that's definitely part of it. They're a bad training staff. They have a bad like leader there, clearly. But I am starting to get on this electrical substation thing, because what in the world? But someone made a Twitter that was the electrical substation. That's their Twitter.
Right.
So today, when that tweet went out that 20 players are out in practice, they retweeted it and went, nom, nom, nom. the electrical substation.
That is dumb.
It was so funny. It's great. But I'm
going to remind you of that in like 3 months.
It's not
when your team is doing terrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
nom, nom, nom.
They can't like big deal or big yawn with 20 people missing practice.
I think it's a big deal. I don't know if it's the electrical substation that's a big deal, but I think the injuries for this group are a big deal.
Like, what is happening?
It's something's not right over
and
there.
Kyle Shanahan keeps changing things. Like, he's like, okay, we'll tackle less in practice. We'll do less physical stuff in practice. Nothing is changing.
Yeah. Well, and he's not there right now.
And now he's also injured.
Right. Yeah, there's some bad juju over there.
If you had right now, knowing the injuries and stuff, and no one's, besides Ricky Pearsall, like, everyone seems to still be plenty on pace to play in week 1. Like, what are your feelings about the 49ers right now this year?
I would have said optimistic, like leading into training camp. I think hearing about to be fair, they had all these injuries last year. Both their, main defensive guys hurt, not playing, right, in Nick Bosa and
Fred Warner.
Fred Warner, thank you.
Michael Williams.
And so you're like, oh, they're going to be trash. They were contending pretty freaking well. Now,
they won 7 of the last 9 games. Their only 2 losses were against the Seahawks.
So it's like, you can speculate and say this is a really big deal and all these things, but they came out and did what they needed to do to win games. Now, can you do that another season over? Maybe. But if they do, I think people need to be giving Brock Purdy a lot more credit than he has right now.
I could go on for an hour about Brock Purdy.
And we won't.
Yeah, we will not. No one will ever give him credit because it's always Kyle Shanahan.
Sure.
Yeah. Another piece of news about your favorite team, the Texans. They go and sign the best edge rusher available, and Jadeveon Clowney, best one, still available. But honestly, like, the thing with him is he always signs late. So it's not like he was just out there because teams didn't want him. Right. He's always like, no, I'm going to sign where I do not have to do offseason stuff until we get into training camp. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, this has been his routine now. And he's like, I like this. He goes back to the team that drafted him.
The Texans. That's right.
Texans.
I was stoked to see this. I mean, Houston was stoked to see him come back.
We're already seeing Clowney shirts out and about. And
oh man, I'm at the gym the other day and there's a little old man on the bike wearing his Clowney shirt, and I was like, "Yes, man, pull that out."
That guy kept it for a decade.
Oh yeah,
like, so ready.
And maybe he wears it every Sunday. I don't know, but it was cool to see. I mean, Houston, we love our guys, and it was fun to see him come back. I mean, this defense. I will tell you what, if we are not in the conversation in January, something's wrong, and it's got to be the offense, because it for sure is not this defense.
The offense would have to fall apart, or the defense would have to have so many injuries like the 49ers did last year, where their 3 top guys were out for the year,
How dare you say that out loud?
But that's the only way I can envision this team not like this defense is so scary.
Well, and we got Tank Dell back, right? We talked about that last year. I mean, I'm excited.
I think Jadeveon Clowney is still a really, really good pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a good run defender too. That's what's crazy. Like, he's just a really good player and he never gets the credit he should. And I think a lot of that came down to how early he was drafted by the Texans. I can't remember if he was first or second. Can't remember that draft. It was 1 or 2 overall.
I definitely don't know.
And there was all this hype, and a big reason he got drafted so high was because the most insane play ever in college, where he like sacks a guy, picks up the ball. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But overall, like I think that's why he keeps bouncing from team to team to team. But he's also playing it smart. Like he just keeps getting to show up at training camp,
and he did.
Money, yeah. And last year, still 8.5 sacks, 40 quarterback pressures, like 6 tackles for loss. Great.
Listen,
that was with the Cowboys like last year on a terrible defense. He did that. Imagine now where he gets to work with all of these great people. He gets to be rotational. Like he's going to be a rotational guy. I mean,
right.
You have Will Anderson. And
I was like,
Danielle
you can't
Hunter.
have all these amazing guys on the field at the same time, which is crazy.
Because
it's like we have too many good guys to have on the field at the same time.
Yeah, he's gonna have so much juice in him. Like,
yes,
so much energy. Crazy.
Can't wait.
It's crazy.
Can't wait to sack some people.
Crazy. And then big news today, to go off of what I said last week about Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was in the facilities, but in the Rams facilities, they practice somewhere else. That was last week. This week, he actually practiced he did a tryout with the Rams. A tryout with the Rams.
Tryout.
So it fully looks like he is moments away from joining this team.
It's exciting. I mean, do I love the Rams? Am I a fan? No, but it's exciting just as a person who is a fan of like fun storylines and things like this. So
the 49ers have 20 players injured already, and the Rams are like, yeah, let's join Aaron Donald with Myles Garrett. I hate it.
I hate it here. I know you do, but it's a fun storyline. I hope that he does sign just for the fun of it, to see what happens.
No, and it does definitely look like he's going to sign. So
yeah,
I did. So on a podcast of mine, by the way, go follow the Locked On NFL Big Board.
Big deal, guys.
Yeah, I was ranking teams that are from least likely to most likely, ranking all the playoff teams to repeat as a playoff team again. Right?
Yeah.
My top 2 were the Rams and Bills to repeat. But I had the Bills number 1 because of the division. Because they only have the Patriots to compete with.
Why wouldn't the Texans be number 1 then?
Well, Texans were number 3 or 4. I can't remember. I think 3.
Okay.
Because of the division, because the Bills make it every year with Josh Allen. It's been 7 straight years they made the playoffs. Like they're making the playoffs. So are the Rams. If they don't deal with a Matthew Stafford injury, both of these teams are making the playoffs unless they deal with a Josh Allen or Matthew Stafford injury.
Sure.
But my thing was the Bills, like the Patriots last year had such an easy schedule. They now have a harder schedule, and that's their only competition. And the other 2 teams are like so far away from competition. With the Rams, I mean, the Seahawks won the Super Bowl last year. 49ers, yeah, we're talking crap about them right now with all the injuries, but they're still going to be, they still won 12 games last year despite all those injuries.
Right.
So that's why I put the Bills at number 1.
Okay.
Do you think that's fair, or you put the Rams?
I think it's fair for considering the division. Sure. I think considering just the team, I would probably flip-flop those, but yes, agreed with you.
Like if you had to put down $100 on one of those teams making the playoffs for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, honestly, I'd feel great about either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably put a little more on the Bills.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel better. Better about it. But go listen to the Locked On NFL Big Board. It's my solo podcast over there. I do rankings about anything NFL. So go listen to that. We still have our 2-minute warning where we're going to predict. There's a few quarterback competitions out there, and we're going to predict which one actually will stick, like who wins and will keep the job the entire season.
2-minute warning.
We have still a handful or 4 quarterback competitions out there trying to figure out who's going to be the week 1 starting quarterback. Now, really, it's only 3 because it does look like Kirk Cousins. Like it's just going to be handed the job, right?
Sure.
But you still have will Kirk Cousins be able to hold on to the job all year? Kirk Cousins versus Fernando Mendoza, number 1 overall pick. Then for the Falcons, you have Tua versus Michael Penix Jr., which it does look like Tua is just going to be handed the job because Michael Penix is out, but can he keep the job?
Right. Then
you have Kyler Murray versus JJ McCarthy, which just seems so silly. Like Kyler should be able to win that pretty easily. Yeah. And then the Browns, Deshaun Watson versus Shadur Sanders.
Yeah.
If you had to predict one of those out of it could be anyone in this competition out of those 8.
Sure.
Who is most likely to be dominant this year and prove themselves and be able to stay the starter this entire year.
Yeah. Well, I think a few of those are going to win obviously somebody's going to win, right? The week 1 quarterback. But I think a couple of those could probably be the starter all year. But it feels really obvious, but I'm going Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I have something just inside of me against Tua. I don't know why.
He's not against Tua. JJ.
What?
He's not against Tua.
No. I know. Oh. I'm saying out of all of the choices I have, it doesn't feel good to go with Tua against Michael Penix Jr.
Gotcha.
Definitely not going with anyone on the Browns because that's going to be its own drama all season long, probably. And then to your point earlier, I think Kirk Cousins definitely just wins out in that.
Yeah.
In that
it's
scenario.
like, how long can they go before the fans
are
drive them?
Burn it.
Burn it, right?
Yeah. So I think Kyler Murray is the only option here over JJ McCarthy. And I say that because Kyler Murray of old, I'm going to say that, even though he's not old, he should be a starting quarterback on any of these teams easily. JJ McCarthy definitely showed us he's not there. It's not it. And so to me, for it to even be a question at this point of who's going to be the week 1 starter just seems really silly.
And from what I've been seeing this week of training camp, it looks like Kyler Murray is making some really, really good plays in training camp.
Yeah.
I really want Kevin O'Connell to come out and just announce it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's huge. That doesn't mean that if Kyler Murray struggles, you can't bring back JJ McCarthy and see what you have out of him. But you have an opportunity right now that just got laid in your lap. Like a couple years ago, if anyone told you can go get Kyler Murray for a vet minimum, people would have been literally fighting and beating. It
would have been Black Friday at the mall.
It literally would have been. It would have been crazy.
Yeah.
So they have this chance right now where this guy just got cut. That minimum, you have a chance now to change everything.
Yeah.
I'm with you. That would have been my choice too.
Okay.
But if I had to go with the second one, I do think it's going to be Deshaun Watson.
Really? I thought you were going to go Tua.
No, because I think the Falcons just lost. This is something we could have talked about in the news. They just lost their first round edge rusher from last year, Javon Walker. Mm-hmm. The issue is they spent 2 first round picks on edge rushers last year to try to fix up actually being able to put any pressure on the quarterback because they stunk at that.
Right.
And the other one, James Pierce, is probably going to be suspended for quite a bit because he's a disaster off the field. So both guys. We have one guy off the entire year. The other one is just they're already kind of up in the air of I think they're going to be a bad team.
Yeah.
I think Tua is their best chance of winning, but I still think they're going to lose games. And then they're just going to say, okay, let's see Michael Penix,
Sure.
But that could have been an option. My thing with Deshaun Watson is today came out that Todd Monken was did this whole thing with cadence, right? He wants quarterbacks to be able to make the defense jump and go off sides. Mm-hmm. So he did this whole drill today. And apparently Shedeur Sanders could not get them off sides at all. But Watson did succeed a couple times.
Gotcha.
The cadence was, I think Todd Monken with his veteran, being an older coach, even though this is his first time head coach, he's going to go with the guy he trusts more than the guy that's young that can't do the things that he wants him to do.
But do you think that means that Watson keeps the job all season long?
I think he can because I think everyone knows, let's say Deshaun Watson's out there. They're going to lose a lot of games no matter what.
Sure.
But also now they don't have Mascara and the defense could be struggling. I don't know if they'll put it on Watson for losing.
Fair. So he'll stay out there.
And Shedeur Sanders is just not a likable guy. It seems like I like him.
Yeah, and I don't really, I don't get that. Yeah. I mean, I don't really read up to about people.
I mean, unfortunately, his dad is Deion Sanders, who has a big personality and makes a lot of people mad. But that's also rubbed. The way Shedeur Sanders handled the whole pre-draft situation was bad, and that's why he fell to the 5th round.
Fair. That's
but. Yeah.
But people are rooting for Deshaun Watson. I mean, that's the funny thing about Cleveland. Is
I don't think anyone's rooting for either of these guys.
Nobody's likable there, and you have no defense. And it's like, what are we doing out here, guys?
Yeah. So I would go with Deshaun Watson, where they say we're paying him so much money. We're going to get the year out of him.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
As
and I
you
think
should.
I think they'll also be fine if Watson's losing games, because I don't think they want Shedeur Sanders to be the future. Lose us games. Fine.
Yeah.
We're going to move on from you. Your contract's done. We don't care about Shedeur Sanders' development because he was a 5th-round pick and we don't want him.
Right.
We'll go get a new quarterback.
Yeah. Fair
So,
enough.
That's the way I would go. But as much as the Hall of Fame game seems like a bit of a disappointment for tomorrow, I'm still excited to watch it. Still excited for football to be back.
It's football, baby.
And then we're 1 week away from actual preseason games
Mhm.
and to see these players out there. And then apparently 5 weeks away from the season, which is just hurtful. Just hurtful to my brain. But we will talk to you next week, get into some preseason stuff that we're looking at and all that.
Very good.
Talk to you then. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to The Analyst in the Armchair. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on socials, leave us a review, and comment to let us know what you'd like to hear next time.